All right, welcome back again to another part analysis against Oyibo Forest. So please, if it's your first time of watching my video, I want you to do me a favor, like and subscribe and turn on the notification. So without wasting much of our time, I want to briefly share with you what I'm currently looking at on GPPUSD. So here on the weekly time frame. So I'm on the weekly time frame. So the first thing I want to do here on the market is so first of all figure out my current direction, the direction that the market is really trending to. I want to first of all figure out the exact direction where I'm looking to place my trade. So if you look at the weekly time frame, what you can see this bearish push to the downside. Altogether, you can see a clear push. You can see a clear linear push to the downside. So what I can tell here is the market is pushing to the downside. So the momentum of the market is pushing to you on a downtrend. So once I be able to figure out my direction here, I want to scale down gradually from the weekly to the daily. I want to gradually scale down to be able to figure out the structure of the market and where I should be looking to place my trade. Or if this market, if the weekly is telling me that this market is pushing to the downside, also I want to scale down to the lower time frame to see if there's any pattern or any signal that is further suggesting that the market is no longer interested in going down. So what's most important is I want to be scaling down from the higher time frame to be able to tell the exact direction the market is actually pushing to. So here on the weekly, you can see if you watch my previous video, I think the recent video, I think I've did some analysis on this chart already. So I already have some few markup here. So as we scale down, I'll closely explain what I have here and what I'm looking at for in the week. So I think this is the first month of April. So welcome to first month of April. So let's go to the daily time frame to observe. So what I do in the daily time frame, once we come to the daily time frame, what I want to do here is to figure out the structure of the market to be able to tell how the structure is being built in. So I think from the weekly time, what I drew a linear line, something like this, pointing out the direction the market is really trending to. So what I want to do on the daily time frame here is I want to closely look at the structure of the market to tell the structure of the market and be able to figure out where exactly I'm placing my trade. So first thing I want to point out here is I want to point out my trading range, the daily trading range and the structure. So what you can see, if I carry out my markup here, what we expect from the market, what we are seeing here is also we are seeing a structure that is being built in, and we are seeing a down trending market. We are creating sequence of structural low and high. We have the low here, we have high here, we have a low here, we have high here, we have a low here, we have a high, almost making a relative equal high here, but it's still valid here. So which is basically once we had a low here, we have a push up. What do we anticipate for? Anticipate a break of structure, which is the break of this structure. Once we had a break of structure, what is the next thing we expect from the market? We expect a pullback to a significant level. Now the market can pull back or retrace as far as coming to the base of the previous lower high. Altogether, like can make a relative high or make equal top here before dropping, which is still valid. Situation whereby it's not valid is when it came and break above this, which we can regard as shift in market structure. So my previous video I did all the analysis here, and I think the last trade I placed, I not really shared on it. I placed a trade here, but which I did not share. So since the market is creating a sequence of structural break to the downside, what we can conclude here is the market is still trending to the upside. So after this retracement to the upside, what do we expect from more? We expect a break of structure, which we had here. We had this break, which I did the markup. We had this break, which come down to this one. So what's the next thing we expect? We expect a retracement. Now what you can see a minor bullish push to the upside, and this is not a valid retracement currently. So what we have to do here, we still have to wait for the market to push up to a significant point. So most of the time, there are people use several technical tools to map out their retracement level. So what we're expecting from the market currently now is we're expecting the market to make a retracement. So this is basically the structure that we are looking at. So once we had this drop here, we had a break of structure, as I've said earlier. Now we're expecting a retracement altogether, and this is where I want us to pay close attention to. Now this is the, let me remove some, I did some, because this is almost relative equal top, so you have very close horizontal line here. So but this is the, let me remove this top bar first. I'm sorry. So this is the eye that lead to the break or structure. So what are we expecting from the market? We're expecting a retracement. Now, so basically, how do I map out my key level, or where should I be looking, or where should I be, like, where am I anticipating that this price will retrace to? Now, normally this market, if we're expecting a retracement, so there must be, what's our key level that I'm expecting this market to reverse from before it's dropped to the downside. So that's why what I want to do here is, what I want to point out is, I want to closely examine this impulsive leg, this drop. So what we want to do here is, we want to study this leg to pinpoint, okay, this is the exact point, or like the level that I have high level of, like, where there is mostly what I regard as supply zone, where we're expecting the market to drop. So this is where we should be looking to. So from here now, what I want to do here, I want to scale down to the 4-hour time frame. So from before I scale down to the 4-hour time frame, I want to still point out something. What we see here is, the first thing I want to, my own approach to the market of mapping my level, where I should be looking for probably a reversal, or where the retracement should end from, is mapping out my level of supply. So what I can see here is we still have an opening here. So we have the, after this candle we have an opening here. So what am I anticipating? You can expect the price to push as high up to this level altogether. I'm expecting this market to push all the way to this level, but which cannot tell. So but that will just, we are still anticipating. So this is our daily supply zone. So what I want to focus, my focus here is basically this range. This is our trading range now. So whatever that is going to happen here, we are going to closely examine it, because this is the high and this is the low that lead to the break of structure, the impulsive leg. So what we want to do, we want to study this side of the price action as this bullish retracement push up. So we're able to tell if this market at level where it's going to reverse, so that we can jump into the trade to catch the sell trade. So without wasting much time on the daily time, let me scale down to the 4-hour. So from the 4-hour perspective, what we really have, you can see the need breaker. So we have this impulsive leg, we have this impulsive leg, this drop, retrace, break or structure, and this pullback is not really that neat, but we still have a valid pullback here, which almost make relative equal high. Now we drop down to break structure here, down. So what are we expecting now from the market? We're expecting this market, this push, to make a significant, this leg that we're seeing here, this push. What do we expect after a break or structure? What do we anticipate? A retracement, a pullback. So we cannot just jump into the trade at this base to sell. We expect the market to at least make a significant push to the upside, which is above, most of the time we can regard this as above the equilibrium price to a more signal, which is above this 50% retracement. Or if we are using the Fibonacci to map out our retracement level above this level, so that we can at least sell at a more good price. So what we have here is, this was the daily supply zone that I mapped out. So what I want to do here, let's remove the daily supply zone. Currently now, if you closely examine this bearish impulsive push to the downside. We had a balanced price range here as the market dropped down all the way to this level. What we have here, we have a drop, price push or feed the imbalance. There's no any, if you close up there, there's no any imbalance here. You have a balanced price action, but see what we are still expecting from the market. We expect this market to still push up to a significant level. So what we can do here is, this is a level of supply. If it's mitigated, so you can see map it as, which you can see expect price to push up to this level. So this is like, you can pay close attention to this level. And also let's scale down to the 3 hour. If you closely observe, which the price action is not much per year, you can see expect from, let's go to the 2 hour. Now if you closely observe, now I said our focus here now is this impulsive leg that lead to the break of structure. So what we're expecting here, we're expecting this push to retrace to a significant level. Now as market push up, now there's still a level here which price shied away from. If you're looking at it from the 2 hour time frame, yeah, almost tap to the zone, but if depend on the time frame you map it at. Also here we have a shy, so this is still unmitigated level. So this level should be paying close attention to as this market start to push to the upside altogether. So what we have here is the other level I want to map out here is this we had, hold on. If you closely examine this price action, we had a push here, a push up, which is this minor internal structure. We had a push, a kind of double top here, this pattern here. So we can expect price to still react from this level. This map up here. So these are the two key zones I'm looking at for price to react from. So what I'm really expecting from the market is still on close, as the market progress on a close observation, market can react from here, this level, which is price almost there. So my focus is not really on this first zone. So we can expect the market to push to this level with closer. If it gives us any confirmation pattern that I want to go down, we'll place our trade to the downside, or you can expect the market to retreat. So most of the time, like currently, I'm interested in this top here, this extreme zone. So once the price come here, expect the market to give me a significant pattern or a signal that it want to drop. So I'll be interested in selling the market. So the reason why most of the time, sometimes what I do here, I use pending order, but I'm not really seeing a significant higher time, maybe probably a 4 hour zone of supply. This is almost like, look like price has already mitigated level. If not, I would love to go with a pending order. So what we want to do here, we want to closely examine this market to know how the market will trace up to this level. So this is more like a guide for you to at least compare with your analysis. So I said, let me quickly share this with you. Thank you. Please encourage the channel, like and subscribe, turn up notification and click the turn up button. Thank you very much, and peace out.